Hey dumplings, it's Dave Decide. Today I want to get into V breaking his silence after a while and people thinking after the rumors he got frustrated and quit. We also have a flight crew and maybe even several flight crew members talking about V and Jennie on a flight together. And we also have Biden addressing BTS and Asians. Speaking of Asians, we do have a sponsor for today's video, so let's roll that clip. I'm so excited to announce today's sponsor, TippsySake. This is an alcohol product, so if you're not over 21, you will have to wait to get it. But if you're into Asian alcohol or want to try, this is one of the largest sake online stores in the US, so why not go for the best? They have over 400 labels and little informational packets to tell you the best way to pair it and the temperature to have it. You can sign up for the Sake Club, where they will send you a new box every 3 months and you get 6 10-ounce sake bottles with each box. These bottles are curated to you, but can be switched out if you don't like a specific flavor. And my most favorite thing about the club is you get tasting cards with each bottle. So you can learn about the sake, where it came from, what flavors to expect, and the best way to have it. I don't drink a ton of alcohol, but I do like to drink on special occasions or for specific meals that are best with a little sake. Meaning, if this drink is better paired with this dish, I will have it, or if it has a nice story or interesting flavor that I've never had before, I am willing to drink it and have more even. I do have a discount code for you. Just use Dave Desai, all caps, when you check out at TippsySake.com. You'll be able to get 10% off your purchase. Make sure you check them out, drink responsibly, and thank them for sponsoring today's video. The first thing we need to address today is BTS heading to the White House. This was so shocking to me and so wonderfully shocking to me. Apparently, after being quiet for such a long time, they announced this. I mean, BTS literally dropped their announcement for their comeback and then just dipped. But the White House put out a press release to say that BTS will be speaking with Biden and addressing the Asian hate situation in America. I bet you there's some comments like, is Biden using BTS for clout? So I'm just going to address that and say that if you are thinking that, then you need a reality check. In what world does the president need clout? Anyway, this was cool and amazing, but weird because even though BTS gets to attend the White House to address Asian hate, I think it's funny that the Korean government still wouldn't give them military exemption, even though here in America they have already gotten huge honorable privileges, like to speak at the UN, at UNICEF, and just do so many political things. There were even memes and jokes about BTS attending the White House and saying how a lot of ARMY edits started to become real. There has been edits of BTS in front of the White House, and likely, I don't think BTS would miss an opportunity to snap a picture in front of the White House. Although I am sure BTS will ascend into the White House maybe through a private helicopter or whatever, but I kind of wish they didn't announce that BTS was attending, because now the front of the White House is going to be filled with even more reporters than they normally have. Now, BTS definitely deserves to go. I honestly think they are so qualified to talk about the Asian hate. Their stance on it is going to be different, as they will be able to give first-hand information on what they experience on the day-to-day, involving the global comments that they get about their race and racist comments they get at award shows from staff. They also are able to talk about the racism they experience in the industry with people they work with. However, I would also love if they could bring an Asian American actor or actress, or maybe even just a non-celebrity, to the White House with them, so that that person can also speak and give their concerns. Concerns that obviously someone like Biden may not even know exists. While BTS definitely has experienced racism and likely has a lot to say, they're not Asian Americans, and the concern Biden is trying to address is the Asian American discrimination and the Stop Asian Hate movement, which is in America. Most of BTS's lives they've spent in Korea, and most of their work and awards are probably Korean awards. They may not know what firsthand it's like to grow up Asian America in American schools, and let's be honest, the hate for Asians starts there in American schools. Asians for a while were not on TV, so people's experiences with Asians were in school, and so the hate and racism started when these people met Asians in their class. So I think while BTS is the obvious choice to go to the White House and speak, they should also bring another person who may have first-hand experience from when that person was a child born into America. But they might do this, they may not. We won't know until the story comes out. I'm so glad this topic of conversation is moving to the mainstream. And do you feel Biden is quite upset and mad about the Asian hate? If so, that is wonderful. I haven't seen anyone really care in my lifetime, I don't think, and so it's really awesome to see someone attempt to create more equality. So BTS BTS broke the silence with this. I mean, this is huge. This is gargantuan. This is definitely something that broke the internet today, and we are very glad to see it. It's very exciting to know that something like this is happening in the back end, and we are making a change in the world for the better. But it wasn't only BTS that had broken their silence, and someone that we were really concerned about and really wondering if he was okay was Taeyang or V. I think after the alleged rumors of Jennie and Jeju, there were a lot of theories and videos coming out talking about the alleged claims, how the two dating is real. But people were wondering if Taeyang was alright mentally, or has he just decided to quit social media and not deal with the comments. So while there's a lot of people who were okay with the idea of the two dating, many were attacking and sending death threats. But Taeyang did not quit. He did come back to social media with a beautiful photo after a month of not posting, apparently, or at least this is what people are saying. Taeyang didn't post on the feed for about a month or so, but I think he posted on his story. So I do believe he has been active, just not on the feed. But anywho, the initial photo that broke the internet with Jennie and V, I believe it is photoshopped. But then there's people claiming that they saw them actually together in other places and all that. Now, it's totally possible that they're dating, and if so, then I congratulate them and wish them the best in their relationship. And my issue with the rumors isn't that it's quote-unquote ruining Taeyang's reputation, because dating does no such thing. But to me, a lot of the evidence is quite weird. It doesn't make any sense. First of all, the initial photo, as I said, I believe is photoshopped, and then claims of them being together or wearing the same clothes and all that, those are all easily disprovable or simply nothing more than conspiracy theory. One of the newer claims that popped up on the Korean social media app Blind. So if you don't know, we tend to think most of American social media apps are the only ones that exist in the world. But Asia has their own apps that are completely in that Asian language, and those apps are specifically made for those who can't read English and or can be used to support their own economy by using their own apps. So anytime they buy something from those Asian apps, the money goes back into their own country rather than having the money come to America like when they buy something on Facebook, which is smart because their own economy will keep all their money. So apps like Blind you might think is tedious and silly because it also makes it hard for us foreigners to even understand and check the legitimacy of the app, but that is a problem we just have to accept. So take the claims you see with a grain of salt. Basically, Blind is an app that you have to verify your job and field of work. How good of verification do they do? I don't know. And then you can anonymously write about your job and no one knows who wrote it. But I mean, if you are talking about a small company and a very specific issue, the company can kind of know it was you. A flight crew member allegedly came out and posted on an app saying that they saw V and Jennie together in business or first class. They were sitting next to each other, and the crew members thought that the two were very publicly already dating. I do think it's weird to preface it like that. Like, just because two idols sit next to each other doesn't mean they're dating. What if they were filming a video together? This claim also almost implies that the crew saw Jennie and V being close to each other, cuddling, holding hands, whatever. Do I believe this? Not really. There's no evidence of this, and again, just because two people are sitting together doesn't mean they're dating unless you're claiming that they were touching each other, which no one does that publicly on a plane. But apparently it wasn't just this one crew member, because other people replied to the post and acknowledged this. But isn't it weird how there were so many replies? Like in first or business class, there's like 2 staff members working. I mean, how often have you seen like 30 crew members on one flight? But the replies were confirming that they saw V and Jennie being together or dating as well. And it's like, okay, whatever. I think one way they can even confirm if this is true is simply anyone who works on that airline can probably look it up. They can look up Taeyang and see what flight he took and who the crew members were on that flight. And they'd be able to verify if this blind post was actually made by them or if it was someone pretending to be a flight attendant for that airline. I doubt it was a real flight attendant for that airline because it's very easy to locate who could potentially be that flight attendant and who leaked this online. Then potentially get them fired or something. Because if I was an idol and I valued my privacy, I would never fly that airline ever again, knowing that literally the next day there could be a rumor on Blind saying something or making something up completely. Like this flight attendant could have said anything. He or she could say an idol murdered someone and there's no evidence and proof for or against this claim. If I was an idol who may or may not be super sensitive to their reputation or image, I don't want to fly with the super gossipy airline or flight crew. Anyway, as I said, I doubt it's real. Let me know what you think and make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. I think it's this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.